Right, so I love a well-designed and genuinely useful iPhone accessory, and today I'm going to tell you about 3 of my favorite ones in detail. I'll link all of them below and I'll tell you some tips on how to get discounts on them right at the end. Now, this is not a sponsored video. This isn't some random set of items that people sent me and looked nice, so I put them together. These are accessories that I shortlisted from a long list and I use them every day for years, and I really believe they add value to my life. And that's because they all have more than meets the eye. They've become pretty essential to my everyday life, and maybe they can be for you. I'm Akshay, and let's go through them in detail. Okay, let's start with this one first. It's a beautiful designer-like product that's wrapped in vegan leather. It's got this trademark texture on the top, and it sits in my pocket literally every time that I go out. Now, the reason for that is that my primary phone is still an old iPhone 12, which even in 2024 works great. I love the Pacific blue color on it that Apple has simply never made again. The only one thing that sucks on it is the battery life, and I have a pretty hectic work life with a lot of travel, so battery is like super critical to me. So I'd been looking for a power bank that had a lot of capacity and yet was super slim and also well designed, smart looking, something that I would be proud to attach onto my iPhone rather than hide it. Now, while there are many great magnetic power banks on the market, they look pretty ugly and many of them are pretty bulky. But then I found this beauty. It's made by a French company called Native Union. And yes, I know this looks like a designer brand and you might already be thinking this must be crazy expensive. But it's not, and I'll come back to that. In terms of design, it's pretty minimalist. It snaps onto your phone quite easily like that. It has 4 other unobtrusive lights at the bottom to tell you the charging level, USB-C port at the bottom to charge. And yes, before you ask, you can charge this whilst using it to charge your iPhone. It comes in 2 capacities, the 5000 mAh, which I have right here, and a 10,000 mAh version as well. Now, given this one has 5000 mAh, it can charge your phone roughly 1 to 1.5 times based on the size of your battery, or 3 times if you get the 10,000 mAh one. As you can see, it's the same thickness as your iPhone, so it feels very natural in your other pocket versus bulky alternatives on the market. Now, it costs about 60 pounds or dollars, and it can be shipped internationally to India, even though they don't sell it there. But they have a 10% discount going on right now if you sign up to their newsletter, and even more discounts for Black Friday sale week if you're watching this video in the first few days. Okay, next, let's talk about this wallet case that I use every day. It's made by Moft. It snaps onto your phone with MagSafe. It can hold 2 cards, but I easily fit 3 and can even squeeze in 4 when needed. But that's not all. There's so much more to this than meets the eye. This thing has 2 types of phone stands, a grip, and in a weird way also an iPhone case. Let me explain. Moft has intelligently used the principles of origami to have this fold in several different ways. Pull it here and it pops out to become an instant phone stand. This is super useful for video calls and taking selfies and just propping your phone up on your desk. Oh, by the way, pro tip, especially for taking selfies, if you also have a pair of AirPods, putting them under here gives the perfect angle for you to get the shot. This can also be flipped sideways for perfect landscape video. And if you don't like it low, it can also be raised up to use on flights and trains to watch a movie or just catch up on messages and email. So overall, way more versatile than the typical pop socket or kickstand that you might consider. Now, the back flap can also be used as a phone grip. And the last feature is a bit weird and personal, but I'll tell you anyway. I've never used a case on my phone because I think it retracts from the great natural look and form factor of the iPhone. And I'm also lucky that I don't tend to drop my phone very much. But at the same time, that doesn't mean I want my phone touching every surface, scratching the camera that always sticks out on the phones these days. So I use this as a way to keep my phone elevated and never really touching the desk. Think of it as having achieved phone nirvana because it's levitating in the air. Get it? The Moft MagSafe wallet for iPhone costs between $30 or pounds or about 3,000 rupees in India. It is currently on sale for 20% off. So if you like it, now might be a good time. Okay, next, let's talk about the Upright Go 2. This tiny device pairs with your iPhone, and if you stick it on your back, it'll make sure you sit straight with your shoulders retracted by giving you a little vibration in the back every time you start to hunch. That's it. It's that simple. It also keeps a record of how you did that day and your current posture versus what it used to be for you to know if you're actually making progress. Now, I've struggled a lot with posture-related pain in my neck and my shoulders given I work super long hours. And of course, I've built an ergonomic desk setup. I work on a screen with a standing desk, but whatever we do, over time we tend to slouch forward. When you slouch a lot over time, it puts excessive pressure on your neck and your traps to hold that posture together, and it weakens the back. But this helps mitigate that. I like this product so much that I've done a full review of it, which I'll leave a link to up here in case any of you want to check it out. Okay, next let's talk about something that's been on my bedside every night and is the first thing that I pack in my suitcase every single time before I travel. But before that, just a quick request to support a small content creator like me. Okay, back to it. This is my super slick, portable, foldable 3-in-1 wireless charger. The top charger is MagSafe and it works with both iPhone and Android phones that support Qi charging. Now the one at the bottom is for your AirPods, which have wireless charging in the case, but I sometimes even pop my second phone on there, and whilst that gets a much slower 4-watt charge versus the 12 on the top, it works great as an overnight charger if that's something you use. And if you don't like your phone upright looking at you the whole night, there's also a complete lay flat mode. Oh, and almost forgot, the one at the back is for the Apple Watch. The nicest thing about this charger is that it looks great while standing up, but it also folds down into 2-in-1 if you don't need all three, or into this super compact travel size. Just look at that, it's so small and easy to pop into your suitcase, isn't it? Honestly, this gem I actually found on Amazon called the Kujiu. I'll link it down below, and it's not crazy expensive. Sometimes good things come in cheap packages. Okay, now for the ones still watching, here's a bonus accessory. For those of you who like aesthetics, even if it's not linked to your iPhone, I found this key holder that has got to be one of the most beautifully designed things that I've ever seen. It's made of vegan leather and it holds 2 to 4 keys. You could also get the one which holds 4 to 8 keys, but I kind of like this one because it's thinner and smaller. And it's very solid, closes with a satisfying little magnetic clasp. You want to hear it? Now mind you, in my opinion, this is a fine piece of craftsmanship. It has so much small detailing that makes it feel very high-end and a very well-finished product. Like this stitch detailing on the sides that looks great and adds a bit of texture to the hold as well. This dual-tone D-ring which can hold your car keys or fob. And then there's the fact that it's designed to lie pretty flat in your pockets, so it doesn't bulge out of your pants, but it still covers your keys so they don't scratch other things, like your iPhone. I clearly like this so much that I have it in 2 colors. It's called the Belroy key cover, and you can get it for about £50 on their website. They do ship internationally as well, and at the time that I made this video, Black Friday was just around the corner, so if I were you, I would grab that opportunity if I could. So which of these products did you actually like and might use and might even buy? Let me know in the comments, and also let me know about other iPhone accessories that I may not know about that you like, and I'd love to try them out and bring them onto my next video.